along with some pretty heavy rain. So we've got fairly active weather here that is starting to move in here, in addition to the tornado warning that is moving through northern Perry County. This line, it will be inching closer to even Nashville metro area within, I'd say within the hour, most likely. Let me quickly go over here to our Springfield camera and see if we can tell that it is frozen. Actually, I was hoping we could see some lightning on it, but it is frozen at the moment. Our Gallatin camera also frozen, and our Metro Center camera is showing the roof. So we don't have a lot of visuals for you at the moment. Here's a look at our City View camera, also frozen. If we can in the back, see if we can't get those refreshed, because I think they're working on my end at least at the moment. So we'll go back to radar for now. Again, we are watching the one cell down in Perry County that is tornado warned at the moment here, and has shown the central and northern parts of Perry County have shown areas of rotation within the storm here. So Weather Service went ahead and decided to issue that tornado warning. I've got meteorologist Brett Luna that's here as well, and he's also keeping an eye on things here. Brett, I'm sure there probably isn't too much coming in from the Weather Service at this point, since it is still pretty early.
Yeah, no, Katie, just that lone tornado warning. No new information coming in on that tornado warning either. Like you were saying, though, this whole line, it's kind of severe thunderstorm warned right now. The main concern with any of these storms, it will be the chance for some strong damaging winds. But on a day like today, you just can't 100% rule out the threat for maybe a tornado. And that's what we're kind of seeing right here. So if you want to take my maps full screen, Daniel, we can kind of break this down a little bit better on the radar. But we're going to zoom into some of these spots. We have severe thunderstorm warnings. What's that, Heather? Okay, thank you. We have severe thunderstorm warnings basically with the whole leading line of this this line that's moving through. A lot of lightning with some of these very strong winds. The storm of the moment, though, is that one that Katie was just covering down there in northern Perry County. This is going to be just north of Linden, so the northern portion of Perry County. I'm going to take off this lightning, too. There's a lot of lightning with this storm. This is that one lone storm, though, that we're looking at. So if you're around Beardstown, Loboville, especially those two areas, you need to be in your safe place right now. We'll zoom in and get it a little bit tighter, get some more of these town names to pop up. Blue Sky, the Priest Bend, Beardstown, Loboville, any of those areas, go ahead and get in your safe place right now and just stay there for a little bit longer. This tornado warning, nothing changes. It doesn't have a whole lot more time left on it. It's going to expire at 7:45 p.m. and nothing changes. So that's only going to be another almost 15 minutes or so with that storm right there. We'll change products, put it over here on the velocity product, and you can see this better area of rotation. Whenever you see these reds and greens popping up, a lot of times that's indicating some of the better areas of rotation within the storm. So the National Weather Service saw that rotation popping up on radar, went ahead and issued that tornado warning on that. I'm also looking at this, and I don't see any sort of confirmation that we have anybody has had eyes on this particular storm and can definitively say that there's a tornado on the ground. This was issued because of radar indicated rotation. Like we were just talking, the Nashville National Weather Service office saw enough rotation on that storm to go ahead and put that tornado warning on it. Again, that's going to go for another about 15 minutes or so. That is the only tornado warning that we have at the moment. The rest of this line is severe thunderstorm warned. However, it could still be bringing in some strong wind gusts. And as this line drops a little bit further to the south and east, some of these stronger winds are also going to move with that further to the south and east as well. Checking, just seeing any new updates, and it looks like just still talking about that wind threat, damaging winds going to be possible, especially around Dixon County, seeing a pretty good wind signature on the radar. And then this Perry County storm still showing the rotation, so they're going to just let that tornado warning continue at least until 7:45, it looks like, for this storm in northern Perry County, which is the only tornado warned storm that we have up in our viewing area right now. This is one of those days where it's a low wind tornado threat, but it's still possible. We're in one of those 2% risk days, but with those, you can obviously still definitely get tornadoes. And this, like Katie was saying too, this storm is way down by itself, the southernmost storm of this line. So that's the one that we're watching. This is going to be, we're going to zoom in just a little bit tighter on this, get you some of these road names. If you're around this area, familiar with these: Toms Creek Road, South Toms Creek Road, King Branch Road, South Main Street, Crooked Creek Road, Roan Creek Road, Strickland Road, Lick Creek Road, any of those, you need to be in your safe place if you're familiar with that area, living there in northern Perry County. And when we mention safe place, just the lowest floor of whatever building you're in, the most interior room. If you have a basement, that's great. Not everybody does. So get to the most interior room on the lowest floor and just put as many walls between you and the outside of the home as you can. And definitely stay away from any windows. Obviously, you could be running into some of that flying glass if you're around any of those broken those windows and that glass gets broken. This is one of the lines that's going to be moving through right here. It's still a little bit out from Davidson County, but probably within the next 30, 45 minutes or so, we could be starting to see that move right here into the Nashville area. Katie, I'm just kind of switching back and forth here to see if there's any new updates coming in. Still talking about, right, just that one lone tornado-warned storm that they're talking about in northern Perry County.
Yeah, and I have a live picture here now from our Springfield camera, just to see here. This is going to be the northern edge of the line, not tornado warned, but back off to the other side of the camera. We've got a line of severe weather that is starting to move in here. Winds in excess of 60 miles per hour will be moving into downtown Springfield here momentarily. Kind of a pretty view with the sunset off in the distance here, at least the reflection of it. Again, we will be looking at some pretty decent storms moving through a lot of Middle Tennessee with another pretty picture here from our Nissan Stadium camera. So storms will be incoming within the hour, even into downtown. The whole line is warned on, but severe warned. We're looking at the tornado warning in that southern line, the southern portion of the line here. So here's the northern edge. Stretching from Springfield, even on up through Russellville, headed towards Franklin in southern Kentucky. But we head down to Dixon County. This will be moving into Dixon momentarily here. I'll put a quick track on this, and then we're going to head over to Scott Couch, who is at the anchor desk, monitoring all reports coming in as well. And these are only moving at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So here's some of the other towns that'll be seeing the storm system move in shortly. In Springfield in the next 14 minutes, Ashland City 14 minutes, Greenbrier in about 27 minutes from now, expecting the severe line to move in with the severe thunderstorm warnings. We're also continuing to monitor the tornado warning as it moves through northern Perry County, headed more towards Beardstown and Lobelville. DePriest Bend also looking at where that best rotation is detected at the moment, pushing through the central and now stretching more into the eastern side of Perry County. Scott Couch is at the anchor desk monitoring all reports coming into the newsroom. Scott, what do you have for us?
Katie, so far no reports of damage or things of that nature, but we have found an interesting picture that we want to share with the viewers. It's from one of the TDOT SmartWay traffic cameras. Interstate 40 near 840, which is just east of Dixon, if you would, toward Nashville. But if you look at the top of the picture there, there's a kind of an ominous looking cloud. What do you think that is? Is that possibly a shelf cloud?
Could be a shelf cloud, yeah, that we're looking at, and at least a good picture here. So thanks to Heather for picking this up.
Yes, getting dark.
It is, yeah, and this again is going to be a big line of thunderstorms that are moving in. We've got the one tornado warning on the southern edge of the line, but stretching through southern Kentucky all the way down into Perry County where the line is. We are looking at some intense wind gusts here. So that does include places like Springfield to Ashland City, Charlotte, Dixon, eventually downtown Nashville. We'll all be looking at this line to move in. It is severe warned, so winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. The potential for a spin-up tornado exists, but more so concerned with that wind threat, more likely that we would see a wind threat with this line as it moves through here. So again, good picture there coming in from our TDOT cameras here, and we'll continue to monitor any new images that we can get with these storms that are pushing through here. But again, the tornado warning continues for Perry County. This is going to go until 7:45. So we'll stick with this. We'll stick with you until then, or if they decide to extend it or cancel early. But I don't think they will cancel it early as the rotation is still evident. So again, we're looking at this area here, right around Beardstown. This is going to be passing over Highway 13, just south of Lobelville. But Lobelville, I would make sure that you are still taking shelter. It's too close for comfort at this time. This would be the area that we're most concerned with right now, this whole area in Perry County. So we really do want to make sure that you are taking this seriously and that you're in the lowest level of your home, away from windows, and just stay there until we can give you the all clear with the tornado warning. Now, for an early heads up, if they would decide to extend this, I'm going to track this out beyond the warning as it pushes more into Hickman County. And we'll see what we're looking at here. Beardstown in the next minute or so. So again, that's really going to be close, pretty close to what's going on now. So Crossroads over to Centerville even. I would make sure that you're keeping a close eye on this. Pleasantville and Beaver Dam Springs, all places that you'll want to be at least watching this. If not for the tornado, even the severe thunderstorm warning, which is in yellow here, we still could be looking at some winds in excess of 60 miles per hour with this cell. So this, again, will be the area of concern for the tornado. But outside of that, still the potential for damaging wind gusts and perhaps some small hail with this storm, too.
Katie, it looks like they're going to drop a new tornado warning that's going to take that over into Hickman.
Okay, so
in northern Lewis County, too.
Okay, so we were just talking about that. If they were going to reissue it, we were calling out some of the names. Beaver Dam Springs to Hornertown, Woodland Heights, and Centerville. And Brett said, too, they were going to include portions of Lewis County, so they will likely here issue that more east. Yep, there it is. I was just going to draw that. So there's the new polygon. This is going to be to Centerville, Swan Bluff, and just north of Hohenwald in Lewis County. The new tornado warning that's been issued now, and this one will go until 8 o'clock. So they've extended it another 15 minutes. They want to continue to watch and monitor that rotation to make sure that it is still an imminent threat. And at this point it is. That rotation is tight enough that the Weather Service is going to reissue that warning, which they did here. So that is the new warning that's been issued. That goes until now 8 o'clock. We'll zoom back out just to give you a reset to show you once again where we are. If you're new to Nashville or new to Middle Tennessee and not quite as familiar with the geography yet, here's Nashville. Tennessee, Kentucky state line. These are severe thunderstorm warnings in the yellow boxes that you see here. Heavy rain, a lot of lightning with these storms, and wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour will be possible with these storms here. Storms getting ready to move into Springfield. We do have a camera there, so I wanted to go back and see. Wow, look at that. See the edge of the line right here, Brett?
That's really cool.
That's so there's the cloud. So we are looking to the east here. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Looks
Scott,
like the wind's picking up, too. There's trees behind you blowing.
Let me back out a little bit more, but you can see wind starting to pick up there in Springfield as that leading edge. Kind of looks like a spaceship that's hovering over downtown.
Trees on the right.
Yeah, that's why I kind of moved off screen there so you could see it. So it's still dry at the moment, but this is kind of neat, too, that you can see what happens before we get the rain. You can see the tree here starting to blow. A lot of times with these shelf clouds that come in, they look like those spaceships. The leading edge of that line is where we'll get a big gust of wind. You can see lightning starting to pick up. Big gust of wind will come first. You'll feel that wind even before the rain hits. So that leading edge is where we typically get some of our higher wind gusts. The storm moving through Springfield is severe warned on, so winds in excess of 60 miles per hour with that line as it is moving through downtown Springfield right now. And you can see that the trees that I was kind of covering up there are starting to blow quite a bit. So we'll continue to we'll come back to this shot here, or we can take it in a little double box if we want, but we'll come back to it here. It is part of the severe thunderstorm watch that we have in effect for Robertson County. All of our counties in pink does include Davidson County, really for most of our counties along and north of I-40, into southern Kentucky as well, under a severe thunderstorm watch until midnight tonight. Our main concern, though, continues to be the tornado warning that has been extended into portions of Hickman County. So this is going to be for the southern portions of Hickman County and western portions of the county as well. Intense rain pushing through Lobelville and Beardstown. Could even be looking at some hail that is possible, some small hail. But this storm, again, capable of producing some pretty heavy rain in addition to the potential for a tornado. Rotation detection continues to be fairly concise on where we are seeing that best rotation, just north of downtown Linden and just south of Beardstown. So this tornado warning here, that rotation is just north of Linden, moving through Perry County now, and will extend into Hickman County shortly, impacting more communities like Beaver Dam Springs, Hornertown, and Kimmins, Pleasantville. We'll get pretty close down in here. Brush Creek Road, Lower Brush Creek, pretty good rotation, especially when we're talking about the rotation and radar beam stretching a little higher up in the air. So once again, we're looking a little higher up because the radar is a little farther away from where this cell is. That's a pretty good area that is rotating. So just to the north of downtown Linden, here's Linden here. So headed out of town, Highway 13, just north of downtown Linden. For folks in this area, please make sure that you are in the safety, taking your safety precautions, lowest level of your home, away from windows, all of the things at this time for this tornado warning. Next up would be Pleasantville and Upper Sinking, along with Beaver Dam Springs. This will be near Kelly Road in Hickman County, and zooming out just a little bit more, headed towards Centerville on the edge of the tornado warning here to Woodland Heights, Deans, Crossroads, and Watson. So that continues to be the only tornado warning that we have in effect for portions of Perry, Hickman, and Lewis County. This is clipping northern Lewis County here. So here's Lewis County, and that is going to be pretty close to the border of Hickman and Lewis County. So for those in northern Lewis County, just north of Hohenwald, I would make sure that you are watching this real closely here as this storm continues to march through. So moving through Highway 13 or across Highway 13 now, Beardstown, headed to Pleasantville. Please make sure for those in Pleasantville, Beaver Dam Springs, and even farther out toward Crossroads, that you're all in your lowest level of your home and away from windows. Still picking up here, some real intense rain with this. I've taken lightning off because it is harder to see on radar. So you notice with lightning on that it is an electric storm, a lot of lightning, very noisy. But that tornado warning will continue here until 8 o'clock as it has been extended into Hickman County. I want to quickly go back over to our Springfield camera real fast. And the storm continues to push. It looks like it's frozen again. So if we can get a reset in the back one more time, see what we can't see from Springfield, because that would be a pretty good shot right now of the storms moving in. There's a live look at Gallatin and the flag waving there with storms that'll be approaching Gallatin within the hour, I would say. And our downtown camera starting to see more of the blow off from the cloud cover, the severe storms to our west, those higher cloud tops here starting to move more into down into downtown Nashville. Back over to the warning here. The tornado warning continues to be the main threat, the main concern for now. The 7:45 warning is about ready to expire because it is 7:44. The main threat is going to be on the very edge. They'll probably update this warning here because that, the first warning does cover it, it looks like, too. So they will probably let this one go. If you're in Pine View, Blue Sky, out toward the Tennessee River, you're in the clear. Beardstown still needs to be sheltering, as well as folks in Linden, especially northern Linden, just outside of downtown. Pleasantville, Beaver Dam Springs, and Hornertown. Brett, anything new coming in from Weather Service just yet?
No, not really seeing anything. They're still talking about some maybe strong winds coming out of Dixon County, so we'll see if they have any damage reports or anything like that from that storm that's moving through Dixon County right now. They just, Katie, that back end of that tornado warning that it was set to expire at 7:45, that just was removed, so now it's just that one tornado warning now that's going to go until 8 o'clock that covers a good portion of southwest and south central central Hickman County, and then also a little bit of northern Lewis County, and then still in the eastern part of Perry County. This is the one tornado warning that we have, and you can see the rotation pretty clearly right here when we get these greens and these reds popping up on the radar, indicating the wind's going towards and away from the radar. In this case, I'm on the Nashville radar site right now, so that's what we're looking at right here. That's where we're seeing the better area of rotation right over here in the eastern parts of Perry County, very close to the Perry and Hickman County line. It's 7:45 right now. This tornado warning is set to go until 8 o'clock, so 15 more minutes left on this tornado warning if that doesn't get extended. I want to just point this out really quickly too. I'm going to pull up a different map. That severe thunderstorm watch was expanded a little bit. It does drop south of Interstate 40 now, so Perry County, Hickman County, Williamson County, and Rutherford County all now included within that severe thunderstorm watch. That's for all those counties highlighted in that shade of pink, and that is going to go until midnight. The tornado watch is still up there in our far northwestern areas. That's going to go until 8 o'clock tonight. But within this within this severe thunderstorm watch, it's not out of the question that we get one of those quick spin-up tornadoes like we could be seeing on the ground right now. Still don't have any confirmation that this is a tornado on the ground, but you can see the rotation signature on the radars, giving us a pretty good rotation signature, indicating that this could be on the ground, or if it's not, this severe thunderstorm is very capable of putting a tornado down on the ground at any moment. So you just have to treat it like it is on the ground. If you're in eastern Perry County, or parts of southwest and south central Hickman County, or the far northern portions of Lewis County. We'll zoom in on some of these spots here in just a second, but go ahead and just get to your safe place, the lowest floor of whatever building you're in, away from any windows, most interior room. If you have an interior bathroom and an interior closet, that's going to be a good bet for you on the lowest floor. Here's a new radar update, radar scan that just came in, 7:47 right now, 8 o'clock is the current time, and it's still this better area of rotation right here along the Hickman and Hickman and Perry County line right here where I circled that area in blue. This storm is now moving off to the east at about 40 miles per hour. I was messing around with it earlier trying to get a tracker on here on some of these town names when it could be moving into your area. I'm going to try it again, but I was not able to get any of these town names to pop up here on our map. So Centerville, 23 minutes. You're on the far outside of that tornado warning. Obviously, places west of Centerville, this storm is going to be in your area a lot quicker. So if you're in Beaver Dam Springs, we're in Hickman County right now, Beaver Dam Springs, Hornertown, Etna, Crossroads, Swan Bluff, Woodland Heights, Centerville. You all need to be in your safe place right now. In the northern Lewis County, again, this tornado warning going until 8 o'clock. And if you're in northern Lewis County, you need to be in your safe place as well. This is going to include towns like Kimmons. So if you're in Kimmons in northern Lewis County, go ahead and get in your safe place. Stay there for just a little bit longer. And then over here in eastern Perry County, if you're in Beardstown, stay in your safe place for a little bit longer. Highway 412, this is going to be right around there and to the north. So we'll say along and north of Highway 412 over here in Perry County, eastern Perry County. Just go ahead and stay in your safe place for a little bit longer. Beardstown, the Priest Bend, same goes for you up there. But back over here into Hickman County, Coble, Crossroads, Woodland Heights, Deans, Centerville, Watson, Beaver Dam Springs, Pleasantville, Hornertown, Etna, same goes for you. So just stay there for a little bit longer. Right now, this tornado warning has another 11 minutes remaining on it. So we'll see if this rotation signature holds up enough for the National Weather Service office here in Nashville to go ahead and keep that tornado warning on that right now. Going to switch back over here, see if we have any sort of reports or any sort of damage reports coming out. It looks like there may be some power outage reports in Dixon. Heather, in the control room, I'm not sure if you can look at that.
Yeah, I would actually, Brett, too, I've been looking at, we are streaming on our YouTube and our Facebook page. And I was looking at some of the comments on our YouTube page. I would love for you all to be following us on YouTube and on Facebook, Fox Nashville on YouTube and our Facebook page, WZTV. We are monitoring the comments in those two chat rooms just for any reports that you may have. I did see a report of power outages out near Springfield. So, and that's where we were looking just moments ago with the line coming through in Springfield. This is a look at the live pictures. So we had that ominous looking spaceship-like cloud just sort of float over downtown. And now that leading edge has moved through, we're looking at rain and the wind has died down a little bit as well, and that's not surprising. Again, that leading edge is going to be where we have the biggest threat for those strong winds, but you can see we still got some lightning on camera. But I did see from our YouTube commenters, I appreciate it, that we do have some power outages in the Springfield area for now. Someone else, Mark P, saying that he lives in Robertson County and went from sunshine to not sunshine in about 3 seconds. So it really has happened fast with these storms that are moving in. Again, this is going to be an area that is potential for severe weather. This is the main line I would expect after this pushes through, that our chances for severe weather begin to come down for the evening hours here. Juliana in Springfield, no lights on Kinney's. So thank you for mentioning that. That was on our Facebook stream that we're watching. So we are still seeing several storms that are producing heavy rain, wind, and lightning. The tornado warned storm is the one that has the most concern at the moment, with the warning that goes until 8 o'clock. So it's going to go for another 10 minutes at least, but the way that this is looking still, I wouldn't be surprised if they extend it, if this signature holds.
It's got a pretty good notch on the reflectivity too.
Yeah, it really does. So I would say that we're still looking at a pretty good wind signature for folks in Pleasantville. Please make sure that you are in the lowest level of your home right now. This storm is on top of you. Beaver Dam Springs, Hornertown, these are places that are up next near Upper Sinking. Cane Creek Road, Brush Creek Road, this is all moving in to Hickman County now, even moving through Pleasantville. So that hook that Brett was just talking about right here, and that's where we're seeing the rotation associated with the storm, capable of producing a tornado. There is a decent amount of rotation within this storm here that we could be at any moment seeing or getting reports of a tornado in progress. A lot of heavy rain on the front end here on the northern side. Could be looking at some small hail here as well, but mostly concerned for those near Pleasantville to Beaver Dam Springs and Upper Sinking in Hickman County. Brush Creek Road, even over to Hornertown off of Kelly Road, looking at very heavy rainfall. This will eventually reach Crossroads and potentially Centerville. So one more track here, and again, sometimes the radar has a hard time picking up on some of these communities, but Centerville probably has a good 25 minutes here. So a nice heads up for those that are in Centerville. Make sure that you are taking shelter now, at least paying very close attention and be near your shelters for this storm that is moving closer toward the central and the eastern portions of Hickman County. We're going to go over to Scott, who has some new information coming in from the anchor desk. Scott.
Katie, you bet we are monitoring the power outage situation. Robertson County is the key for that right now. Here is the outage map from the Cumberland Electric Membership Cooperative. If you guys can squeeze in, you see that red dot in the middle there? That is located, as I have gone in, right on West 5th, which is what they call it in Springfield, really Highway 49, take you from Interstate 24 all the way into town. That's where 500 people at least are without power. You see some other small outages, but that red dot in the center of your screen, that's 500 people just outside of town. And the shot that we always show you from Springfield and Robertson County is from the Chamber of Commerce building right across the street from the historic courthouse in the middle of town, and that is right on West 5th Street, so it's essentially out toward the interstate from there where all the trouble is there at the moment, and we showed you that big dark shelf cloud. Now let's tell you about some of the places in your home, because this is a weather event that may be going on all night. Where to go? This graphic from the National Weather Service shows all the places where the X's are in red that you don't want to go. You don't want to be in the attic. You don't want to be in a room near a window on the outside of your house. You want to be in a room perhaps like it's showing here, the bathroom, and often in a lot of houses there is a water closet, a bathroom in the center of the house where there are no windows. So as Brett mentioned a moment ago, if debris happens to break a window, it's not going to fly and hurt your family. That's a great depiction of where you need to go. But at the moment, in Robertson County, Springfield is the primary number of outages that we have. We are continuing to monitor the chat from the National Weather Service. We're hoping this doesn't get any worse. But guys, as you know, when it's hot like it is, when you've got humidity and the wind and what have you, all the elements are there for trouble. And unfortunately, that's where we are.
All right, thanks so much, Scott, for the report. And again, Brett, it still seems to be that this area of rotation moving through now, getting ready to push more into Hickman County, still relatively organized. And I would say at any point, if we don't have something on the ground now, it could be at any moment. So we're really watching this closely as it moves through Pleasantville over to Beaver Dam Springs. And again, we're monitoring our chat on YouTube and on Facebook. I have seen a few comments about Master Chef. We do apologize, but this is very important, and we need to be on the air with this now as we are tracking a tornado warning through portions of Hickman County. A very well organized storm as well, where we could have, if not now, at any moment, a tornado on the ground. So we need to warn the folks here in Hickman County and make sure that they are taking their safety precautions right now, because that is first and foremost our main job, is to keep people safe. And that is why we are on the air with them right now, to make sure that they are heeding their safety precautions. But still, this is very well organized little signature that we're seeing here on the southern edge of this whole line that is pushing through. So we have one tornado warning. We have a line of thunderstorms that are pushing through, and a lot of them are severe warned on. So this is not just the one storm that we are. Okay, let's go ahead and take that. So we just heard that we had a pretty active camera in Millersville. So as I was mentioning, Millersville, of course, north of Nashville on 65. This is 65 north that we're looking at, northbound. And wow, you can even see the wind and the rain on the roads there from the lights coming down in sheets right now. So the northern edge of the line, if you're watching from Greenbrier, Nashville even, Hendersonville, Ashland City, Springfield, leading edge of this line is moving in. These are severe thunderstorm warnings. The only tornado warning that we have in effect continues to be in Hickman County, and that's for the southern edge of the line. So here's Nashville. This is all severe warned, meaning the main threat is going to be what you're seeing on camera right now to the right. Wind, heavy rain, and a lot of lightning. Wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour can do damage, and often does do damage, and that's why they are warned on at the moment. And then on the southern edge, that is where we have the tornado warning that is moving through Middle Tennessee, at least through Hickman County now. The main portion of the storm producing the tornado warning, I would say, may move just south of Centerville. It has more of an easterly track to it. This is our line that gives us the direction that most of that storm motion is, or the direction of the rotation. And at this time, it may just pass south of Centerville. I would not give Centerville the all clear. If you live in and around Centerville, still I would go to the lowest level of your home or your tornado shelter and stay there until it is all clear. A lot of times too, these storms can wobble a little bit, and that's too why the polygon gets bigger as time passes. So when it was issued, you can see that it was a little narrower. Once we get more into the future, it becomes wider, because we don't often know the storm motion exactly where it may or may not go. It can wobble easily a little bit.
And Katie, I will interrupt you just real quick and say some good news. I was monitoring the chat, and they said that they are not going to reissue a tornado warning on that storm. They will put a severe thunderstorm warning on it, maybe with a tornado possible tag. So just keep that in mind. But it looks like they will let that tornado warning go. Set to go until 8 o'clock. Right now it's 7:59:32. So 30 seconds left or so on this tornado warning storm.
Excellent. That is great news. So we'll stick with it here. It looks like it's broadening a little bit. So there's still a good signature here as far as some strong winds, which is why they're going to reissue this as a severe thunderstorm warning. But what is happening here is that the rotation is starting to broaden out a little bit. And so that's likely why they're going to go ahead and let it expire. But they'll keep a pretty close eye on it. So if you are in Hickman County, the tornado warning will be allowed to expire here Should be coming off the screen momentarily, but I would still there it goes. So I would still keep a real close eye on this storm here. They said they will likely reissue a severe thunderstorm warning with it. We continue to monitor the line of severe weather that is pushing into downtown Nashville now. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch that remains in effect for the Nashville area until midnight tonight. This will likely be the main event that we see, but the potential for a few more thunderstorms will be there behind this main line. So with that, we will zoom back out one more time just to give you an idea of what's moving in here. We've got 2 active severe thunderstorm warnings. There's a new one that was just issued for Hickman County, and the other one here moving into downtown Nashville. We will continue to monitor the situation. If we happen to have another tornado warning issued, we will be back with you. But for now, we'll send you back to regular programming.